to Bottoms Down, Chair Yoga for Everyone. I'm Carol. I'm glad you joined us today. So today is day 3 of our 28-day chair journey. Day 3 of our 28-day chair yoga journey together. That's kind of hard to say. And we're going to stay seated again today, and we'll add on to our cat and cow poses, and we'll add a little gentle twist. So if you like the experience, click the subscribe button. It's free, and leave me a comment. All right, let's get started. So we're going to start by, again, sitting up nice and tall, moving forward in the seat. We're not leaning back, right? So remember that we start our practice focusing on that mind and body and breath. All right, so let's place both of our feet on the floor, and we're going to ground each foot. So think about those sits bones on the chair. The feet are on the floor, equally weighted. The sits bones are on the chair, equally weighted. Now we're going to lift that heart, and we're going to lower our shoulders out of our ears. Place the hands lightly on your thighs. Flip the palms up towards the ceiling. Close your eyes and connect to the breath. Feeling your natural inhalation and exhalation here, connecting to that heart center. We're letting go of everything outside of the room. We're focusing inward. And we're going to begin to elongate that breath a little bit. So we're going to inhale a little more deeply and exhale a little more completely. So just a few like that. Checking in, seeing how that's feeling. And then just breathe normally. Feeling the rhythm of your natural breath as it connects to the rhythm of your heart and the rhythm of your mind. Let's do the elongation again, inhaling a little more deeply, exhaling a little more completely. Just a couple more like that. One more. Just breathe your natural breath. Bring your hands to your heart and set your intentions for today's practice, focusing in on what you want to accomplish. One more breath here. We're going to bring our hands back down to our thighs and open our eyes. And let's roll our shoulders a little bit. So just feeling that shoulder roll here. Feeling all the sensations, taking your time, no hurries. And then let's reverse it. Just feeling that, all those sensations, right? So we're really connecting that brain with what our body is doing, feeling all those sensations. Okay, very, very good. So we're going to go ahead and grab the back of our chair, and I want you to lift up through the heart and pull your shoulders back. And then we're going to let our right ear fall to our right shoulder. So this is a little different feeling stretch for that neck. And then we're going to drop our chin towards our chest. And then we're going to do the other side. And then we're going to do chin to chest. Now let's release the back of the chair, bring the hands back to the thighs, and roll our shoulders again. That should feel really good. I don't know, for me, I kind of like to move my head around just a little bit as well. All right, very, very good. Okay, moving on. We're going to move into mountain pose. So we're going to come down, bring our hands down by our sides, spread those fingers. So we're going to be adding a little bit on here. Remember, you don't ever have to add on if you don't want to add on. It's fine. Let's come to those goddess arms, those GoHPO arms. Squeeze your shoulder blades back behind you. Now we're going to lengthen our fingers to the ceiling, right? And the arms are nice and long. Pull those shoulders back down. All right. Now here's our little add-on. So we're going to bring our right arm down by our chair. You can hold the chair if you wish. You're going to lengthen your left arm up towards the ceiling, and then we're going to lean our mountain. One more breath here. All right, let's come up. And we're going to do that whole series again. Here we go. Mountain pose. Goalpost arm, squeeze. Fingertips to the ceiling. Now we're going to take our left hand to the chair. Right hand extends. Nice long and lean. And up we go. All right, very, very good. Okay, so we're going to move back into our cat pose and our cow pose. So remember, let's bring our hands to heart. We're going to lift up through the spine and open up through the throat. Now, as you move into your cow pose, we're going to bring our hands back to the chair and we're going to lift up through the throat, right? And then we're going to round down into our cat pose. Think about pulling the ribs back, tailbone goes heavy. Round the spine, let the head fall. We're going to add the breath. We're going to inhale, come up into cow pose, grab the back of the chair, lifting up. Exhale, we're going to round down into cat pose. Inhale, we're going to lift up into cow pose. And exhale into cat pose. And let's release that. Okay, very good. So we're going to add on to our cat and cow pose. It's just a wide armed, okay? So what we're going to do is bring our hands back behind our head and elbows are wide. So it's the same idea. So we're going to lift up through the throat, looking up slightly. Inhale here. And then as you exhale into your cat pose, you're going to bring your elbows down towards your lap. Now your hands are on the head. They're not pulling on it though, right? They're not pulling, but you're letting the weight of the hands and the elbows with gravity give you just a little more stretch into the back of the neck. We're going to inhale as we lift up into cow pose. Exhale into cat pose. Inhale up into cow pose. All right, let's come back into cat pose. Think about tucking that chin. Let that head fall. Hands on that hip for a little extra weight. One more breath here. Bring your hands down to your lap and lift up. Very good. Did that feel okay? All right. So we're going to move to the back of our chair, all the way back. So I want you to have your back supported against the back of the chair. So we're going to bring our knee into our chest, okay? So I've got my hands behind my thighs, and I'm pulling that knee in. And as you pull the knee in, you're using the back of the chair to give you some support, okay? One more breath, and let's bring that knee down. And then we're going to go to the other side. So we're squeezing. So you should feel quite a little stretch here, kind of where the hip and the leg connect. I feel it a little in my glute as well, right? A little bit into the hips. Feels good. Let's put that down. We're going to do that one more time on each side before we add on. So remember in my classes, you don't have to add on. You can stay right here. Let's do one more on the other side. Okay, so the add-on here is instead of leaning back and having the back supporting us, we're going to move forward in our chair. So now we have to use our abdominals, right, to provide that support because we don't have the chair behind us. So let's bring that knee in and squeeze. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm lifting up, crown of the head to the ceiling, right? Nice long spine. Bring it in. Squeeze it. Let's put it down. We're going to do that one more time on each side. So bring that knee in and squeeze. Okay, so now the final piece of this is we're going to bring the knee in and squeeze, and then we're going to bring it just a little bit across our body. Doesn't have to be a huge motion, but I want you to feel a little more stretch right here. So all I'm doing is I'm bringing this knee across, okay? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my leg with this hand and I'm going to open it. Hold that chair. Give yourself some support there. So do you feel that? Inner thigh stretching, right? Okay, we're going to bring that knee in and we're going to put that foot down. Okay. We're going to go to the other side. So let's start by just bringing the knee in, lengthening nice and long through the spine. So I'm not leaning back here, right? I'm nice and long. And if you're sitting back with your back against the back of the chair, that's fine. I still want the crown of the head nice and long. Okay, are we ready? We're going to bring that leg across, just a little bit of stretch here. Again, it's a pretty subtle move. It's not huge. Then you're going to grab with this hand and you're going to open. You can hold on to that chair. Make sure your abdominals stay tight through this. We just have one more breath. Let's bring that knee in and put that foot down. Can we do that one more time on each side? Let's do it. Bring it in. And cross. And open. Maybe you don't hold the chair. How does that feel? Come center and put that foot down. Let's go to the other side. Bring it in. Cross. Open. Center. And down. All right. Very good work. So now this is a gentle twist. So I'm going to take my right hand and I'm going to just place it on the outside of that left knee. Do you see that? Nice long spine. So anytime we're going to twist the spine, whether we're forward, back, side to side, we want that spine to be super long before we do anything. So let's take the hand here, lengthen through the spine. Opposite hand to the chair. Pull this shoulder back, and then we're just going to turn and look over that shoulder. And we're going to face forward. Okay, we're going to do that on the other side. So this hand goes to the outer edge of that knee, opposite hand back to the chair. What do we do next? Lengthen through the spine, right? Pull that shoulder back, turn and look over that shoulder. And release. Okay, so that's a great version of that series. If you want a little bit more, what we're going to do is we're going to take our left foot and we're going to cross it ankle to ankle. Now, did you notice I didn't move this leg? This leg stayed right where it was. I just crossed ankle to ankle. Bring your hand to the outside of that knee, opposite hand to the chair. Lengthen through the spine, pull the shoulder back, turn and look. Now we're going to face forward and we're going to go the other way. So we're going to take this hand on the outside of that knee, opposite hand to the chair, lengthen, pull the shoulder back, turn and look. Let's release that, and then we're going to cross the other way, the other ankle's on top. All right, are we ready? Let's take this hand on the outside of that knee, opposite hand to the chair, lengthen and twist. Face forward. Opposite hand comes to this opposite knee. Other hand to the chair. Lengthen through the spine. Pull the shoulder back. Turn and look. So just breathing here. One more breath and face forward. Very good. How did that feel? A little movement for that spine. That feel okay? Okay, so next we're going to do a seated forward fold, and we're going to revolve it. This is a very gentle version. Okay, so we're going to move to the back of our chair so that the seat of the chair is between our legs. Okay, so I know this can be a pretty big stretch for you, so just take your time. Go ahead and give your legs a moment here to stretch into this particular position before we start. Okay. So we're going to have our hands right here on the seat of our chair. Both palms are down. And all we're going to do is begin to let our heart fall forward, okay? So we're just letting that heart fall forward. So this, keeping your back flat. So I'm thinking about looking out, not down. So look out towards me. Keep the back flat. Nice long spine. So I'm lengthening through that spine. Kind of like thinking about head forward and seat back. Does that make sense? All right, let's tuck our chin and roll up. Okay, can we do that again? Lengthen through the spine. Let that heart begin to fall forward. And tuck the chin. Let's roll it up. Let's go ahead and bring our knees in and just take a break here for just a moment. So what we're going to do now is the add-on for that forward fold is we're going to revolve it. And all that means is we're just going to add a little twist, okay? A little rotation. So just if it feels okay for you, you're going to do the rotation. If that doesn't feel okay for you, then you're going to stay where you were. All right, are we ready? Let's go ahead and open those legs back wide again. Make sure your seat is way back to the back of that chair. Hands are going to be right here on that chair, palms facing down. We're going to begin to let that heart fall forward, keeping the back flat. Okay, so now all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my right hand and I'm going to move it to the center, right to the center. And I'm going to take my left arm and I'm going to twist it up towards the ceiling. So this is a very gentle movement. I want you to think about the action happening right at the ribs, okay? So my rib cage is what's moving. This arm is just kind of coming along for the ride. I don't want the arm or the shoulder to initiate the movement. I want the ribs to initiate the movement. So again, my arm is not that far back at all, right? It's just kind of lengthening up towards the ceiling, super gentle here. Let's bring this hand back down and then we're going to go the other way, okay? You feeling it? Super gentle. One more breath here. All right, let's go ahead and bring both hands down. Lift your heart up, bring those legs in, and we're just going to do that one more time. So I can't overemphasize how important it is not to overextend those shoulders. So when we lift that arm up, the action happens at the ribs, and the shoulder and the arm are just coming along for the ride. Let's do it. Open those legs up. Make sure the hips are back. Are we ready? Hands on the chair to begin with. Let that heart fall forward. Now let's take our left hand and kind of place it right in the center of the chair. And we're going to let our right arm lengthen up towards the ceiling. Your rib cage is moving. Your ribs are stacking. And then we're going to bring that hand. We're going to replace the one on the chair. And we're going to revolve it open the other way. Are you feeling the stretch? One more breath. Bring the hands back down to the chair. Lift up. I don't know about you, but I was feeling my inner thighs stretching. I was feeling the movement in the rib cage. I was feeling my back. It was a really nice, gentle movement for the center of the body. At least I thought it was. All right. So we're going to move into our Shavasana pose, which is our relaxation pose. So let's go ahead and sit back in our chair. Place your hands lightly on your thighs. We're going to flip our palms up towards the ceiling. Take a deep breath in. A full breath out. Let's take another deep breath in. And as you exhale, close your eyes.
Exaggeration. You wasted 30 minutes this morning, so now the whole day is ruined. No, actually it's not. You gave in to temptation and ate a cinnamon roll, so now you decide you'll never be able to lose weight. But that thought is nothing but an extreme exaggeration. It's helpful to recognize problems and mistakes so you can correct them and avoid them in the future. Yet exaggeration is not really helpful at all. Yes, perhaps you wasted some time early in the day. However, you have the rest of the day to make up for it. Instead of punishing yourself endlessly for a small slip, take the opportunity to let it motivate you. Instead of exaggerating problems so far out of proportion that you give up, do what's necessary to solve them, to get beyond them. Make sure your thought process is working for you rather than against you. See the problems and challenges realistically for what they are and enable yourself to successfully deal with them.
Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. open your eyes. We're going to drop that right ear towards the right shoulder. Reach up with the right hand. Give the head a gentle tug as you press that left hand down towards the floor. Release it. Drop your chin towards your chest. Reach up with your hands. Give the head a gentle tug. Release it. Drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. Reach up with the left hand. Give the head a gentle tug, pressing that right hand down towards the floor. Release it. Look up just slightly. Open your mouth if you want to stretch your jaw. Bring your hands to your heart. Honoring one another, we say Namaste. Very well done, my fellow Bottoms Downies. We've made it to the end of day 3. Can you believe it? Please keep showing up. Click that subscribe button. Leave me a comment, and I will see you tomorrow.